Hi everyone, this presentation was brought to you by the Office of Language Access, the Division of Family, Community, and Student Empowerment. This presentation will cover New York City Public Schools speaker language. It is being presented by Gigi Buendia, who is the Partnerships and Spanish Project Lead at Insight Schools. It is a small project of the Center of New York Affairs, which is under the New School. So, five key points that we're going to talk about today is, of course, the New York City Public Schools background, the commitment from the Office of Language Access to the New York City Public School families, raising awareness in the communities and what has been done, the main website where you can receive such services at schools.nyc.gov/hello, and of course, where to follow up with questions. So, a little bit about the New York City Public Schools. There are about 1.05 million students in about 1,600 schools where 180 spoken languages are recorded or known, and approximately 38% of New York City Public Schools households speak a language other than English at home. Some of the New York City Public Schools non-English covered languages are Albanian, Arabic, Bangla, Chinese, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Ukrainian, Urdu, and Uzbek. So the commitment that was made from the Office of Language Access to the families was to provide sufficient and free language access assistance services to ensure that all families are able to access important information and communicate effectively with the school staff. So they'll include English interpretation and translation services for all types of meetings and interactions, either that be in person, virtual, and over the phone. And of course, to ensure that all critical communications, such as flyers, brochures, are in the language preferred by the parent. So, of course, the Office of Language Access is dedicated to supporting both families and staff with the resources necessary to fulfill that commitment. Where has the Office of Language Access been raising awareness in the communities? We see at the MTA bus shelter, or we even see it on the train station, but it's also known to be at either supermarkets, laundromats, salons, barbershops, and pharmacies, and even radio and print digital media. So, apart from the two common ones that are probably seen in public transportation, the Office of Language Access has been doing direct parent research either through a mail being sent to the home, text messages, emails, or even robocalls. So the main key website that parents or staff members can receive or get more information about where to receive those assistance for interpretation and translation is at schools.nyc.gov/hello. So, of course, in this instance, it's always a perfect reminder that there is Google Translate available at this website for your convenience. But again, this does not attempt to replace the human translations and is provided as a service to the visitors. So I just wanted to keep that heads up because I know sometimes it's not maybe adequately translated, but it's something that's already embedded just to help parents or viewers in this case. And of course, a video informing and explaining this is available at their website at schools.nyc.gov/hello and are available in Arabic, Bangla, Cantonese, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Mandarin, Russian, Spanish, and Urdu. Um, it is coming soon, these three languages, Albanian, Ukrainian, and Uzbek. So an activity that you can do at your spare time is check this website. We're going to be covering what is there. So for example, if you go on the website right now at schools.nyc.gov/hello or even scan the QR code on your right, you will be seeing these drop-down services. Parents' rights to language assistance services, helpful research that we will cover, request language services, where to request sign language interpretation services, how to connect and share your experiences with the Office of Language Access. And of course, if you're obtaining difficulties or having difficulties with language assistance services, you can always frequent the website to check it out. So what are some helpful resources that you can download as a PDF or even as an image? Is this brochure that explains, of course, New York City Public Schools are offering this free language assistance services and are able to be requested by not only parents but also staff members. Another important PDF or flyer you can say that you can print and cut out is this I Speak cards. Some schools already have it at the front desk or even when you're entering, but this is available in 13 languages. And this is a helpful way. In this example on the right, you see I Speak Albanian. The viewer may see that the family is only known to speak Albanian and can request or even speak in the proper language to help assist them. So again, these I Speak cards are available in Albanian, Arabic, Bangla, Cantonese, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Mandarin, Russian, Spanish, Ukrainian, Urdu, and Uzbek. Another good drop down service that you can get on that main website and is of course how to request language services. It is always suggested that the parent should contact their student's school for language assistance services. But again, if it's something that the school or teacher cannot provide and has been notifying the parents beforehand or needs a little bit of updating for the translation services, they can always submit a request via the translation and interpretation services request form, which can be seen on the left side of the screen, and that will be forwarded to the student's school or program. Again, you can always scan the QR code at the screen or even type in the website tinyurl.com -ti -request. So again, it's tinyurl.com/ti-request. This is available, as you guys see, the slight red rectangle on the left side. You can change it to various languages. And in this case, we see that it can be translated into Arabic, Bangla, Chinese, simplified, and traditional, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Urdu. Albanian, Ukrainian, and Uzbek are still not available, but when you go on the link, you can see what other languages are available in that instance. And of course, you can always use this to request these services, and the Office of Language Access will forward that request to the appropriate school, office, Committee on Special Education. You will need to know your child's course name, full name, the date, the student OSIS or student ID number. But again, if you don't know these things, it'll make it a little bit easier to pinpoint your child. But again, as parents view the form or the staff members view this form, they can see what other information is being requested. Families can also contact 311 to request a family for language assistance services interpretation over the phone and is available in over 200 languages. So if you have a family or you yourself want to request sign language interpreting services, you can always visit the main website, schools.nyc.gov/hello, or you can contact the Office of Language Interpreting Services at their email seen on the screen, oslis@schools.nyc.gov, or by calling 212-802-1500 extension 7201, and of course via video phone call at 646-770-1840. So there is support in that as well. And again, if you have any more additional questions or need additional support, you can always contact the Office of Language Access. This form is also available not only in English but in other forms. And you can see that it is also available to click on the right side where you see a little globe and the word English United States to see if you can translate it into another language. You can scan the QR code or write down the website that's underneath tinyurl.com/contact OLA. And of course, head your way to the main website, schools.nyc.gov/hello. And if you or someone needs receiving information or communicating with the New York City Public School staff in a language other than English, you can always try to contact your school's parent coordinator when they have those one-on-ones, or even the principal. Another form of contact to receive such services is calling 311 or even visiting the website. Again, the to get in contact with the Office of Language Access. It is available in the following languages, as mentioned before: Albanian, Arabic, Bangla, Chinese Simplified, Chinese Traditional, English, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Ukrainian, Urdu, and Uzbek. So that's another good website to check into. And again, it's not there is a form not only to request but also to share your experience, good or bad. This is very important, especially when the Office of Language Access is trying to update the way they handle things. So feedback surveys are always important, not only for this, but for other school related issues. So how is your school doing in the translation and interpretation form, either how they're doing when they're doing in-person events, virtual events, or one-on-ones with a phone call? How is that working out for you as a parent um, with your child's school? So you can always complete the translation and interpretation feedback form by scanning the QR code or writing the URL that's underneath, which is tinyurl.com/OLA-feedback. And again, this page can be translated into various languages that can be seen by clicking the top right corner where you see the red box. And again, when you're going on this website, you may not see the red box, but you may see English. Sometimes this website may translate if you have your browser um, allocated to a different language. It may not, but that is one option that you can view the several languages, and that is the following languages are Albanian, Arabic, Bangla, Chinese Simplified and Traditional, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Ukrainian, Urdu, and Uzbek. So again, this is a great way for you yourself who has been using these services or are first time using and are trying to get in touch to share your experience with Office of Language Access, or you can even share it with the parent coordinator, principal, or even calling 311, good or bad. So it's always great to tell or give feedback in any sense. So this way it can help improve those services. So again, if you're having difficulties currently obtaining language assistant services, you can always submit a claim through the first form that we saw with the green background, which is the Translation and Interpretation Services Complaint form. And the submission will be reviewed to ensure that you receive the support that you need. Again, this form is translated in Arabic, Bangla, Chinese Simplified, Chinese Traditional, French, Haitian Creole, Korean, Russian, Spanish, and Urdu. Coming soon is Albanian, Ukrainian, and Uzbek. So again, it's always great to know that you can be gladly received with either requesting, writing your complaint, or just contacting the Office of Language Access to receive more information. So again, all these pages that we've reviewed together can be seen on the home page under schools.nyc.gov/hello. Thank you so much for listening in, and I hope you have a marvelous